All right. Hi there. Welcome. It is Wednesday afternoon, and everybody's asked, how does JP not go and kill himself at lunch? And does he pack his lunch? How does he do it? Well, I'm here to tell you, I have created a little makeshift kitchen right here in my office with just using a convection burner and one pan. Then, if you'll look, I set up my little table area, and I've got everything on a plastic bag or paper towels. And I've got my little cutting board with my bell pepper, my onion, my jalapeno, and my spices, and my ground turkey, and an avocado. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a quick lunch. I can normally do this, the prep time in less than 20 minutes and have lunch done and eaten within an hour. And it's all healthy and good for you. So I'm going to show you where the tabletop is going to be, and we're going to go to town. So, as you can see, here's my bell pepper and my onion. I'm going to cut 2 thick slices of onion, and I'm just going to chop that up. And then I'm going to throw this in our pan, and I'll show you the pan once we're all done. Because what we're going to make today is we're just going to make basically ground turkey hash. Is what we're going to make. I take my jalapeno pepper and I thinly slice that. And of course you don't have to eat jalapeno peppers, but I like to eat them. They come fresh from my court administrator's garden, and she's got a bunch of them. So we cut those up and we slice those. We put those in our pan. Then we take some bell pepper, and so I cut up some bell pepper. And you'll notice on all these cooking things that I'm going to post, all these little shows and everything, that I cook a lot with bell pepper and onion, because I think it just adds a lot of flavor to your food. So I'm going to do that. Now sadly I am out of mushrooms today, or normally I would cut up and dice mushrooms as well and put those in my mixture, because it just adds a little more flavor to your meat. It makes it a much better experience. So I do that, cut up my peppers, put those in the pan. Now, with that being said, I am ready to begin the cooking part of this. As you can see, here is my pan. I've already sprayed it with Pam, that's not oil. And oh, I forgot, it's time for up close cam, up close cam, up close cam. So, now that you're seeing all the vegetables up close, we're going to turn it on medium-high. We're going to hit pause, clear, medium-high, and start. It's that easy. Then we're going to let our convection burner, which doesn't have a fire, flame, or anything. And if you notice, I can put my hand right on the burner, and it doesn't get hot, doesn't burn myself. I'm really good to go. Now the pan will get hot, but it's a magnetic field that's created that makes the pan hot evenly all across the board. And so our vegetables are going to saute. This is going to take me just a few minutes, and normally I will spray some Pam on my veggies to help it fry up. Now what I'm going to put in for the rest of my stuff, rest of my ingredients will be ground turkey. This is extra lean ground turkey. I cut the area where it says how many calories it is, but it's only 120 calories for 4 ounces. I'm going to have an avocado today. This is a very, very small avocado, so about 120 to 140 calories. I'm going to have 8 ounces of turkey, so that's going to give me 240 calories. So that's about 360 calories, and I'm going to add just a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Normally it's 40 calories for a quarter of a cup. I'm going to do 1/8 of a cup, so it'll be 20 calories just to give it a little bit of cheese. And this is a fat-free mozzarella, natural mozzarella cheese. And so my whole lunch will run me roughly about 360 calories is what my lunch will run me. And for breakfast I had a cup of coffee. I didn't get a chance to make eggs. Normally I would make eggs, but I had a cup of coffee, and I use sugar-free creamer. If you'll notice, I've got a little refrigerator here underneath my desk. As you can see, nice and kept. And I use Italian Sweet Cream Creamer by Coffee Mate. If you look on the back, you'll notice only 15 calories per tablespoon. no sugar, 2 grams of carbohydrates, and I get flavor in my coffee. And so my breakfast was roughly about 45 calories because I used 6 tablespoons. As you can hear the vegetables starting to sizzle. So that's a good thing. And I just even sit in my chair. I don't even have to stand up. So I just kind of flip my vegetables around to make sure they're sauteing, and they are. Then I'm going to add my ground turkey. Fresh ground turkey. Turkey cam, turkey cam, turkey cam. So you got turkey cam. So we're going to put our turkey into our frying pan. And then we're going to add our spices. I like garlic salt. So I'm going to add some garlic salt. I like onion powder. And remember, if you don't want a whole lot of salty flavor on your spices, go with the powders. The powders make that a little bit easier, but you can add a little more for that flavor. Then I'll use black pepper. And normally I would add either a barbecue sauce, or I might add an Asian flavored sauce and make lettuce wraps. But I forgot to buy lettuce today, so I'm not going to have lettuce wraps, and I'm not going to have a sloppy Joe sandwich. I'm just going to make a regular turkey, ground turkey hash, more or less. And so then we take and we start to chop up our turkey. This is 16 ounces of turkey, by the way, so I'll have plenty for tomorrow. And the vegetables really give the turkey some volume, which is why I like adding a lot of veggies. And it gives it a lot of flavor as well. Again, mushrooms really add flavor, and it adds volume to your meat. And I count veggies, as I told you, as a free food, unless they're like carrots or something that possesses a lot of sugar that may have a lot of calories as well. Now, I'm going to eat this for lunch, but I'm also going to have, I brought some berries and some watermelon, and so I try to eat berries and watermelon before 3 o'clock. So I'm going to have some strawberries, some blackberries, some raspberries, and a couple slices of watermelon, which should probably take me up to roughly about 400 calories between my breakfast and my lunch. You add in the coffee, about 450 calories, and then I'll have probably about 450 calories, 350 calories for dinner. And of course I'll work out in between. But as you can see, it cooks up pretty fast. Look how pretty that is. You see the green in it, and the onions are starting to really become see-through, which is what you're looking for. I ran out of fresh garlic, or we would have used fresh garlic today. And then we just keep turning. As you can see, the meat's not sticking, the meat's not oily. And it's cooking pretty evenly across the board. And you just keep chopping it up until it's really fine. And really, that's how simple that meal really is. Last night for dinner, we made stuffed chicken with vegetables instead of stuffing and using mashed potatoes or all of that. And we kept dinner under 350 calories, but yet we had a full meal. And so, this afternoon, this is what I would normally do in my office. Or if I'm going out to eat, I would hit places that show the number of calories they put on their menus and what their items are. Chili's is a very calorie-friendly menu. Cheddar's is a very calorie-friendly menu. Fuzzy tacos. If you get the chicken, the boiled chicken salad that they have, you keep the cheese off, keep the feta cheese off, and don't allow them to put the tortilla strips on. That salad then becomes pico de gallo, lettuce. I add jalapenos to it, and chicken. And it's a very, very good salad. So if I have to go out to eat, I try to pick places that are calorie friendly. The Cheesecake Factory also has a calorie friendly menu. In fact, if any of you are listening and you know about the places that have calorie friendly menus, feel free to jump on and make a comment, let us know, and then we'll talk about that as well. But otherwise, we're just going to keep chopping over here and get our turkey nice and cooked in, because we don't want raw turkey. But you can see the steam coming up off of the turkey as it's cooking. and it smells wonderful. So, I used about half a bell pepper. I used a quarter of an onion. I used 16 ounces of turkey. I used garlic and onion powder and black pepper. And here in a minute, I'm going to put some mozzarella cheese on it. I used Pam to do all my cooking. And this took us less than 10 minutes. Lunch is almost ready. On the video camera, it's showing 10 minutes and 37 seconds. And lunch will be almost done. And you could, if you have a 30-minute lunch, you could easily make all of this. You could take all this in a bag or a briefcase or like a rolling suitcase, go into your break room, plug it in, make your lunch right there. People will be jealous. I've got people downstairs that are constantly saying, when are you cooking for us? Because it smells so good up there. And you can make everything fresh yourself in under 30 minutes. I think the whole cost of this meal ran me roughly, I don't have it twice, probably ran me roughly about $9 is what it ran me. So you can have lunch cheap for 2 days. And if you wanted to add barbecue sauce or some other kind of sauce, add 1 or 2 tablespoons. Try to stay away from too much more than that. And you have yourself a sloppy Joe. You can have yourself a lettuce wrap. This becomes very versatile. You can add tomatoes to it if you want. I'm going to make tomorrow I'm going to make a pasta primavera. I have found a no pasta that has only 15 calories and 4 grams of carbohydrates. And I'm going to make a pasta primavera tomorrow. And I'm going to add some ground turkey to it. So stay tuned tomorrow for that. Otherwise, bon appetit.